Red and blue lights shimmered across the dark water as I secured the final cleat hitch on my boat. The marina was quiet, the night air still, but the steady thud of boots echoed along the dock behind me. Two police officers approached, their figures outlined by the flashing patrol car parked near the ramp. The taller officer, Officer Martinez, cleared his throat and spoke in the calm, practiced voice of someone who had done this countless times before. "Sir, we received a report of trespassing and unauthorized docking at this marina." I didn't need to ask who had called. Out of the corner of my eye, I spotted platinum blonde hair and rigidly crossed arms near the shoreline. Patricia Hendris stood there, chin lifted in smug satisfaction like she'd finally won after weeks of trying to make my life miserable. Around Sunset Shores, everyone knew her by another name, Karen. Before I explain how the police ended up questioning me over a boat I legally owned, I need to rewind a few months. 3 months earlier, I purchased a waterfront home in the Sunset Shores subdivision. The house itself was beautiful, craftsman-style architecture, sweeping water views, and sunsets that looked straight out of a postcard. But the real value wasn't the house. It was the marina. The property included a 51% ownership stake in Sunset Marina, the dock sitting directly beside my land. The marina had been built over 40 years ago by a man named Frank Morrison. It had survived storms, economic booms, and decades of HOA nonsense. Frank had been smart. He never surrendered majority ownership, even as the neighborhood grew around it. When Frank passed, his estate attorney contacted me with an offer that made financial and legal sense. I accepted without hesitation. Enter Patricia Hendris. For 7 years, she had ruled the Sunset Shores HOA like an unchecked monarch. Every regulation, every citation, every petty rule flowed through her clipboard. She dictated parking, landscaping, shutter colors, and apparently believed she controlled the marina as well. Her obsession with power bordered on performance art. She once cited a homeowner for grass that exceeded regulation height by a quarter inch. Another neighbor was warned because their wind chimes were excessively cheerful. My first encounter with Patricia happened the week I moved in. She showed up unannounced, holding a shrink-wrapped welcome basket and a massive 3-inch binder. Her smile was stiff, rehearsed. "Welcome to Sunset Shores," she said sweetly. I highlighted the most important HOA rules. Be sure to review sections 4 through 17, those cover watercraft regulations. I thanked her and placed the binder aside. That, apparently, was mistake number 1. When I skipped the next emergency HOA meeting, she called it a failure to integrate. She took my absence personally. Things truly exploded the day I brought my boat to the marina. It wasn't flashy, just a 24-foot cabin cruiser, clean, reliable, and mine. As I backed the trailer toward the ramp, Patricia appeared as if summoned, clipboard in hand. "You can't launch that here," she snapped. "HOA approval is required." I explained calmly that I lived at 47 Waterfront Drive and that my property included marina rights. Her face tightened. "That's irrelevant. All boats must be approved by the HOA." That's when I said it. "Actually, Patricia, I own 51% of this marina." Silence. Her expression froze, shock, anger, disbelief colliding all at once. That should have ended it. Instead, it escalated. Over the following weeks, Patricia launched a campaign of harassment. Daily HOA emails accused me of lowering property values. She staged casual dock walkbys so neighbors could whisper and judge. She filed complaints with the HOA board, the city, and even the Coast Guard Auxiliary. Each time I responded with documentation. She responded by doubling down. She photographed my boat obsessively, measured dock lines to the inch, hired an independent marine consultant, her nephew, armed with a fishing license and attitude. The showdown came at the next HOA meeting. Patricia stood at the podium like a prosecutor presenting a PowerPoint titled "The Boat Problem, a Threat to Our Community." 45 minutes of exaggerated photos and dramatic arrows later, I stood up. I connected my phone to the projector. What appeared on screen were the marina's original deeds and incorporation documents. "The marina is a separate legal entity," I explained. "The HOA has no jurisdiction. I'm the majority owner." The room went silent. Patricia screamed that it was impossible. I didn't claim ownership, I replied calmly. I bought it. 2 days later, police lights reflected off the dock. Patricia had called 911. Back in the present, Officer Martinez scrolled through my documents. Officer Chen struggled not to laugh. Then Martinez turned to Patricia. Ma'am, this man owns the marina. You can't trespass on your own property. Officer Chen added, false emergency calls are misdemeanors. That ended the conversation. Word spread quickly. Residents came forward with stories, kayaks banned for color, essays demanded for slip access, years of intimidation. I called a meeting. The room overflowed. I outlined infrastructure upgrades, fair slip assignments, and zero tolerance for harassment. Applause followed. Patricia erupted, calling it a coup. Then George, a longtime resident, stood. We're done being bullied. The vote followed. No confidence. Passed. Marina separation. Unanimous. Weeks later, Patricia applied for a slip. Denied. She screamed. She sued. She lost. Fines, community service, removal from the board. Eventually, she sold her house and moved away. The marina thrived. Families returned, kids fished, sunsets were peaceful again. Her 911 call, the one meant to humiliate me, ended her reign instead. And as her lawyer told her quietly, you're lucky it wasn't worse.